second grade. Woohoo! Can you believe that it is lesson 10 for reading? This is our final reading lesson for Module D. And you know what it means to be at the end of a module. That means we have to think back through all of the things that we learned during Unit 2 in order to help us create something that's going to show others what we have learned. Unit 2 was all about informational text. And we started it off by thinking about the main topic, the big idea that the whole text is teaching about. We learned to survey the text features, to look over the article, read and look carefully at each text feature and think, what big idea do they have in common? Then we read the article to see if our big idea was right. The main idea we thought it was going to be was right. We touched each section, looked for repeated words, and thought, was that the main topic? And we found out that you can have one big idea that the whole article or text is about, and that was called the main topic. Then we learned about how to find the focus of a paragraph. We learned that the main focus of a paragraph was the big idea that this part of the text was teaching about. We reread the paragraph, we jotted the important ideas of that paragraph, and we thought about how those ideas connected to jot the focus. So the main topic was the thing, though, the big idea the whole article was talking about, and the main focus was what part of that topic this section was talking about. Then we thought about the author's point. What do they think or feel about this topic? We thought about reasons that support the points. How does this reason support the point? Does it explain why? Does it explain how something happens? Does it describe more about the topic, or does it give examples? Do you remember learning all of these things? Your brain probably feels so full right now, and that is a great feeling. You're going to use all of that knowledge today to say, I can use the strategies that I have learned to read an informational text and share my learning with others. Second grade, are you ready to become an expert? An expert is someone who knows a lot about a topic. You're going to become an expert on a topic, and then you're going to teach others. Here's the thing. You get to choose what you become an expert on. We've been studying animals, so later in this Nearpod, you're going to choose which animal you want to become an expert on. There's an article all about rattlesnakes. Maybe you want to become an expert on rattlesnakes and read this article. Maybe you want to become an expert on ants and read this article. Maybe you want to become an expert on the gold poison dart frog. So you're going to read this article. Or maybe you want to become an expert on a giant panda. So you're going to read this article. All 4 articles will be in the Nearpod if you don't have a copy at home. But that doesn't mean you have to do every single one. You're going to pick how many? 1, and that's what you're going to become an expert on. Let me show you how I want you to become an expert on this animal. Maybe you brought this home with you. This is your animal expert checklist. If you didn't bring a copy home with you, that's okay. It'll be where? At the end of the Nearpod, that's right. So it says your group will become experts on an animal. If you're at home and you're learning and you don't have a group, then just read that as in I will become an expert on an animal because you don't have a group to work with, and that's okay. You will follow these steps to teach the class about your animal. 1, read the article. All right, here's a question. Nod your head yes or shake your head no. Do you have to read every article? No. Good. How many articles do you have to read? 1. That's right. There are 4, but you only choose 1, whichever one looks most interesting to you. Then you're going to, this says work together to create a chart, but if you're at home, you're going to have to do this work on your own if you don't have someone to work with. To create a chart to present. Your chart must have the following. So these are the things that need to be on your chart. The topic of the article. So what was the main topic of the whole article? The focus of each paragraph. So what was each section about? The author's point is written for you on each article, so just make sure that you put that somewhere on your presentation so that everyone knows the point the author was trying to make. 2 reasons the author uses to support their point. So you're going to read that point and think, what are 2 reasons the author uses to support the point? And you're going to put that somewhere on your chart. And then I want you to find 2 new words that you didn't know that are in your article and what they mean. Remember, we use those context clues. We look before the word, we look after the word, and we use our text features. Include those 2 words on your chart. Then you're going to present your animal to your class. Now, this is all going to depend on how your digital teacher wants you to present. Maybe your digital teacher wants you to take a video of yourself presenting and send it in. Maybe he or she's going to schedule a live meeting. However your digital teacher wants you to do it, they'll let you know. And if not, you can always present to someone in your home. Share with them your learning. How you create this is up to you. If you want to make a poster, if you want to design a chart, however you do it is up to you, but it needs to include all of these things so that you can show off your learning and show how you are an expert. All right, let's do a quick review. Here's your job. Choose how many? 1 of the animal articles to read. Then you're going to create a chart or a poster to present your animal. Be sure to include everything on this checklist. Either you have a copy of this checklist at home or you're going to use the one in the Nearpod. Either way, it needs to have all of these things if you're going to show off what you've learned. And then present this chart to share your new knowledge. Your digital teacher will give you more instructions on how to do this. And if not, remember, you can always share it with someone in your home. All right, head off, be super creative, second graders, and have a great rest of your day.